Hello, in this tutorial I'm going to show you how to make this adorable snowflake. It works up really fast, so you can make lots of them in no time at all. I'm going to use a 4mm crochet hook and some double knit yarn, but you can use any type of yarn and just choose a suitable hook for your yarn. We start with a magic circle, but if you prefer you can start with chain 4 and slip stitch to make a little circle to work into. Once you've done your magic circle, we are going to chain 5, and the first 3 chains of this chain 5 will count as a double crochet stitch. Once you've done your chain 5, we are going to find the 3rd chain from your hook, and then we're going to do a slip stitch into that chain. So now we're going to chain 3, and we will do our next double crochet stitch into the magic circle, or you chain 4 circle if you made that. And once you've done your double crochet, we're going to create a little mini picot. So chain 2 for that, and we're going to slip stitch to the top of a double crochet stitch. So you can see going in sort of sideways into the top of a double crochet you just made. Put your hook through there and then slip stitch going through both loops and the one on your hook. Chain 3 again and make another double crochet stitch into your magic circle, and then another mini picot. So chain 2 and then slip stitch on the top of the double crochet stitch. And this is what we will be doing now until we have made 6 double crochet stitches with the little mini picots on the top of them, and in between those 6 posts we will have chain 3 spaces. So we'll carry on working, doing a double crochet and a little mini picot stitch on the top of that until you have made 6 of them. So don't forget that your very first chain 3 also counts as a double crochet. So I think this is my last one now. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yeah. And now we are going to close the magic circle, but of course if you did a chain 4 circle you don't have to do that because you already have a little closed circle in place. So let's close this magic circle now, and then we can continue with our round. And to finish off this round, we are not going to do a chain 3, we are going to make a chain 1 and then make a half a double crochet into that very first slip stitch which you made into that 3rd chain. And for half a double crochet you pull through all 3 loops on your hook at the same time. And now you end this round and you are in the middle of this section, which is where we want to be before we start our round 2. Start round 2 with chain 5 and then jump straight into your next chain 3 space and make a slip stitch into that space. Make another chain 5 and then slip stitch into the next chain 3 space. So you're kind of like jumping over these picot stitches and making a slip stitch just into that big space where your chain 3 is from previous round. And we're doing this all the way around for this part of your snowflake. So we're nearly at the end of the round now. This is a really quick one. Chain 5, slip stitch, and finally chain 5 and slip stitch to finish off this round. And this is what your work looks like after you've done 2 rounds. Now round 3 we will be working into these chain 5 loops. So slip stitch into your first chain 5 loop, chain 2 and make another slip stitch into the same space. Now chain 3, slip stitch into the first chain what you just made, and then you slip stitch back into the chain 5 loop. Then chain 2 again and slip stitch into that big chain 5 loop again. And that is the tip for your snowflakes. So we'll repeat this again. Slip stitch into your next chain 5 space, chain 2, slip stitch into the same space. Now chain 3 and then slip stitch into that very first chain what you created, and then slip stitch back into the big chain 5 space, chain 2 and slip stitch back into the same chain 5 space. And this is what we will be doing now all the way around. So let's do it one more time together. Slip stitch, chain 2, slip stitch. Now chain 3, slip stitch into the first chain, slip stitch into the big loop, chain 2 and slip stitch back into the same loop, and repeat this all the way around. And finishing off, we're just going to make our final slip stitch, and now we can fasten off our yarn by pulling it through the last loop and cut it off. And now all you have to do is get your yarn needle, and you have got 2 little ends to sew in. And once you've done that, I recommend that you block your snowflake. You can use water or spray starch or craft glue to do that. Pin it to shape and leave it to dry, and you have completed your snowflakes.